How's it going, my wonderful peoples? And welcome back again, hopefully. If not, welcome. So today we're going to do a quick video. I'm just going to go over how you can remove and unglue a set of wheels and tires. So these are the stock wheels that came on my RC, come on my Laegendary Grando, and as you can see in here, they're glued in. Now I have a short showing a different way to remove, because there's kind of different ways you can do this. There's different ways, sure, but I showed a different way. I removed one. I don't really recommend that way. So we're going to do it like this. And what this is you need to make sure you have a container and some acetone or fingernail polish remover. Same thing, 100% acetone. Now, that's not to say that all fingernail polish remover is 100% acetone, because there is some differences. So if you're going to just happen to do that or whatever, if you're grabbing that, make sure you look and see if any of it's different. If you have daughters and a wife, probably got this around. Why I'm using nail polish remover. So anyway, so what we're going to do, you have your container. Make sure your container can handle acetone. Certain plastics can't, like certain PLAs, different ones can't handle the acetone, and you end up eating it up. This is supposed to be able to handle it. I researched it to make sure. A lot of times you can go, and if you look, it might be hard to see here, but it'll tell you what it's made of, and it'll give you like a recycling factor. You can use that to look it up and see if it works with, or if you have any bad reaction. And there you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and all I'm going to do is put a small amount down here in the bottom. Now your container needs to be pretty airtight. This one isn't as airtight as I probably want it to be, but I do know that these containers seal very well. So, and this is just like an old Glad style one, but it's got the snap on top, so I know it seals well. But also what I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to take a little bit of this painter's tape, and I'm just going to seal around it just to help a little bit. I know the fumes itself, if they get to it, it's actually going to eat the gluey off of this tape, but it'll still give it that extra little layer. So we're going to do that. So let's get started with that. And the other thing I'm going to do is we're going to time this. I'm going to do one at a time. And so we're going to look at the time, look at the date, and we're going to see how long to leave them in there so that it's the easiest to pull them out. So let's get started. As you can see, this is brand new, so I'm going to pop it open. I've got a little Alright, and all I'm going to do is pour some down here in the bottom. Basically just to cover the bottom, I'm going to put one wheel in here and I'll let it sit. And I actually am going to just put a tad bit on the top to seal that ring, and then I'm going to immediately put this on it. Make sure that's all good on there. I'm going to close this up. Thing about acetone is it comes with a list of warnings, so really make sure you check that out. Should probably use gloves, but I wasn't really getting it all over me, so if you're going to get it on you, you're going to use it for any scrubbing or anything like that. It will dry your hands out, so yeah, you might want to put that on there if you want to. So now we're just going to take some tape, and like I said, we're going to just go around this. Get this, there we go, that's really right on right there. Alright, now, like I said, we are going to let this sit. And what I'm thinking is we give it 2 hours and then check it. Actually, we'll give it 3 hours and then check it. And if that's good, what we'll do is we'll swap, put another tire in there, and we'll go from there. And that way we can kind of get a base point of what's a good time. So let's see. 10:17 on the 26th. We will check back at, let's say, 1:15. See you then. All right, we are back. Let's check our time. It is 1:20, so been about 3 hours. Let's see how it's looking. With all this tape that I probably didn't have to put on here. Get all this off. See what it's looking like. Oh yeah. It's kind of like unwrapping a gift. Very tightly sealed and taped gift. Now, make sure you use this in a well ventilated area because it does have some strong fumes. And when you open this, it's going to have some strong fumes, so just be prepared for that. Make sure there's nothing flammable close by either. Alright, so now we can see that it's working some because it's changed colors, and what that color is, started off as clear, now a yellow, that's the glue. As it's, oh, look at there, look at there. That just, oh, nice. It just peels right off. The glue's just coming right off of there. Oh, that's so nice. Wow. That worked very well. That side is all done. Now it will, if you don't want your wheels messed up, don't leave it soaking, and I mean that as far as the rim, a lot of these don't want to be reused anyway. That's not what you're going to do with them. Now the back side's not coming off as easily, but definitely pop that one off real easy. Let's push and see what happens. So, okay, well, we will let this actually sit a little bit more. It worked really well on that one side, and it may have been because that was the side that I dripped the acetone actually on and let it sit. Well, whereas this side is definitely tacky, and you can see it wanting to come loose. It's just not 100% broke loose, so. But we can set it back down in there and let it kind of soak a little bit more. Now it's actually got some on it, so if you let it sit in there, we're just going to top it back up. We're not going to tape it this time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit. I give it another hour, and I'll check it again. Let's see what we got. It's been about an hour or so. So let's see what we're working with. It's starting to come undone on that. That side is just really on there. So, okay. Well, tell you what, we're gonna put it back in there again. Make sure it gets wet. Actually, this time I'm gonna flip it back over, let it run down. And sit there like that. Put it back in there. And we'll leave it again. Check it in another hour and a half or so and see how we're working with it. So, okay, so it's been a little bit. I'd say more than an hour now, but so let's see what we're working with, see how we're doing. Oh yeah, and as you can see, I put this in down there earlier. Got to thinking that I wanted something underneath this in case something didn't work out and it wouldn't get all over everything. So I stuck the container, this pan underneath there. So, oh well, it's loose, but definitely not 100% ready to come out yet. It's getting there though. Almost acts like I know it's breaking down the rim. I ain't worried about that, but it does not want to come apart right there. So, yeah. How about that? Well, we're going to get that out of there. That's won't be an issue. It just won't come out the way we wanted it to come out. But we'll let this soak actually little bit more. It ain't gonna do nothing. That's not hurting the tire, and I don't care about the rim anyway. I didn't want that. So yeah, get that back on there, and we'll let it soak just a little bit more until it breaks completely loose, and then we can pull it out. Yep. And let's see what else. Wonder how long that'll take. Don't want to put any more on there, so I might just do this right here again. Let it soak down in the seal. Get it good and wet right down in there. That's what I did to begin with on the other side, so maybe that's the key. If not, it eventually melting. Won't nothing be in there anyway. Alright, well, there we go. Put that back on there. Wait some more. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see where we are at now. It is now 6:30, so technically, if you think about it, this tire with this wheel has been in here since about 10:15 or so this morning. So, been in there for a minute. A couple times the top's on and off, but still. Oh, look at there. It has completely dissolved and fell out. So, look at that. This is what happens to PLA when you leave it in the acetone. Well, Now, what's odd is my first one didn't do anything like this when I took it off. It literally just kind of peeled off, which this one is now sort of doing it, but it's also quite possibly tearing up the tire. So, yeah. I don't know why it did that. Unfortunately, that did not work like I wanted it to, or like I have seen it work. So I don't know why. Very well could have been something to do with this material, this tire. I don't know. Like I said, the first one come off without any issue. So now that's what that one looks like. Oh yeah. So anyway, it looks like what it is. It just melted on to the tire. Look at that. Just melted the rim. This is whatever that is, PLA or whatever it is. Just kind of gooed it onto the tire. So all I gotta do really, if I can probably take Q-tip, rag, put some of that on it, and just clean this, and really just clean this off. And the tire looks like it should be good. I don't see too much. I don't see any chunking. Only thing I see is just bits and pieces of this. So that will be that. I think that essentially worked, but not quite like I wanted it to. And as you see, the foam, which I'm not using the foam, I would keep them just for whatever odd reason I think I may do something with them. But foam's dry, it's not eating up, because you have to watch that. The acetone will eat up foam, but it didn't do it this time because I didn't let it didn't get all in there. It didn't soak it up. So all right, there we go. There we have it. That's how that worked. Now, would I say that was necessarily the easiest? Just pop? No. First side went fine. Still not sure, like I said, about why that side. Could have been just something to do with this particular tire. So what we're going to do is, now that we've done this, I'll just end up doing the other ones the same way and get them pulled out until I want to try something different next time. So there we go. There's one way you can do it. But keep in mind, you should probably wear gloves, work in a ventilated space. Make sure there's no flame or open flammability around, because this is highly flammable if you get it around a flame. And then just check what you're putting it on. Like I said, I knew it would do this. This wasn't a concern. I wasn't worried about my wheel. I just needed the tire. So you have to watch that. That's what I mean by the different materials that the acetone gets on. It will break it down and eat it up like that right there. And then you just stuck. And as you can see, it changed colors. Some of that is eating where it ate away the glue, solve it into the acetone. Some of it could be just dirt and stuff come off the tire. So, but all right, more or less, that's a wrap for that. I'll do them too, unless I come up with some other way to do them. But I'll probably do them this way. But there you go. If you want to try to remove your tires and wheels yourself with a little bit of acetone and a little bit of time. If this works for you, if you try it and it works, let me know. If it don't, let me know. If I messed up, let me know. Maybe you know something I don't know. I did something different. But until next time, peace.